All right. Microphone check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Microphone check. Let me adjust this real quick. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all know what day it is. Y'all know what time it is. And y'all know who y'all looking at. Want to welcome y'all back to another episode of Club PIZZLE. I am, of course, your host, Don P. You can call me Pizzle. You can call me Pod God. You can call me Unk. I'm all of those, man. Let me see. What am I looking for over here? There we go. Here we go. We here. Now, I'm right here. Again, welcome. Appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for y'all continued support of this platform. Thank y'all for y'all continued support of this network. I'm actually live today. I haven't been live in quite some time. There we go. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do. Press button. Oh, see? Let me stop pressing buttons and shit. That's what you get. But we here, man. Again, thank y'all. I'm back from vacation. I had a wonderful, wonderful vacation. I took a drive down to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I went down to surprise my grandmother. I missed my grandmother and I wanted to go down there and see her. And was like, all right, I got some time off and I needed an excuse to drive down to Tuscaloosa anyway, or to put my car on the road for that big extended period of time. But it was a time, man. I had a great time. It was a great surprise. You know, she was happy. She was very surprised. Like, it was all of that. It was great. See, every time I get to recording, number shit going off. But yeah, man, it was great. I took that drive down by myself. It was 13 hours from here to Tuscaloosa. I'm never night driving again. At least by myself, I'm not night driving. That was quite the trip there. You know, driving at night. But it was great, man. It was good to see all of my cousins. Shout out to all of my family down in Tuscaloosa. I will be back soon. At least that's the plan. The plan is to be back down in good old Tuscaloosa real soon. I got me some good wings from down there. They were little, but they were pretty good. They mild sauce was pretty good. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try some mild wings while I was down there. It's a Whataburger down there, and I miss Whataburger, and I'm kind of not happy about that. But it is what it is. Y'all know Pizzle's Picks was back yesterday and at 7:30 before y'all tune into this. Get y'all picks in. I might add y'all to the group. No, I'm not. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all like that. I'm really not. Full disclosure, we'll be back this Tuesday. Me and Jocelyn had a conversation, and we'll be back this Tuesday. We gonna just new and improve. We changed some things up, so we're getting it together. As y'all can see, I'm in my brand new chair. Look at this here. Look at this. I can lean back. I done bought me a gamer chair, y'all. I don't know what to do with my damn self right now. I'm just sitting here cutting the damn fool. I should have brought my other phone down here. That way I could see who's actually on this live feed. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tap in. Continue to tap in. Let me turn this down real quick. I'm back. It's just chaotic right now. It's just little slight chaotic. But we're about to get into it, man. I'm about to get right into it. I'm about to get right into the show today. I don't want to keep y'all here long. I be trying to get these shows down to being like 30 minutes. When I was over at Redline, I had to do an hour, and I'm sitting here and it's like, you know what? I don't really want to do an hour. And that's just the honest to goodness truth. I don't want to do an hour. So I try to get y'all to a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes at the most. I'm going to try to play that as close as I can today. But today I got a little bit to talk about. Or I just got stuff to talk about. So we're going to get into it. The Cleveland Browns. Now, y'all know how much I hate coming in here talking about the Cleveland Browns and having to talk about the Cleveland Browns. I hate have to come in here to do that. I hate doing that. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with y'all. I really do hate have to come in here and talk Cleveland Browns football. The only time I actually enjoy talking about the Cleveland Browns is when I don't read comments, when I'm not on social media on Sundays and into Monday, and have to watch crybaby fans and watch people bitching and complaining and moaning. And when they win, like they did Sunday. I'm going to love this chair. I'm going to do one of these shows on this green screen, and I'm going to be laid back because this bad boy go. I bought me a new gamer chair. Cleveland Browns got a much needed upset win over the San Francisco 49ers, who still are the best team in the NFL. So that is something to hang y'all hat on, Browns fans. The Cleveland Browns defeated the best team in the NFL by a score of 19-17. We started PJ Walker. I know what his name is. I call him PJ Mask on purpose. Now, I'm okay with being wrong when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. I posted after I watched the Sunday night game. I said the Cleveland Browns are going to get their asses whooped against the 49ers because y'all saw what I saw. Y'all watched exactly what I watched. We watched the San Francisco 49ers beat the dog breaks off of the Dallas Cowboys. We all seen it. And we all saw what the Cleveland Browns did in their very last game against the Baltimore Ravens. They looked like they just looked bad, right? I had no confidence in them coming in here this past Sunday and getting a win. I didn't. I had no confidence. No Deshaun Watson. No Nick Chubb. No Joel Bitonio. Those are three of your best players on your roster. So the confidence was down just a little bit. And it's like, all right, we have a great defense, but we haven't seen an offense like this. Y'all can say what y'all want about Brock Purdy. But to knock my microphone over. Got to get used to this chair, y'all. Y'all can say whatever y'all want about Brock Purdy, but the dude has won. This was his first loss. The Cleveland Browns gave Brock Purdy his first career loss as a starter in a game that he finished. But I had no confidence in the Cleveland Browns coming into this game. Christian McCaffrey, who probably now is the best running back in the NFL. Derrick Henry hasn't showed up. We haven't seen Jonathan Taylor this year. Miami got two good backs down there, but are they the best? Nah. There's the list. Christian McCaffrey's at the top of that. And the way the game started, it was like, oh, snap, here we go. But they settled in and the offense. PJ Walker, listen, y'all. Again, I was calling him PJ Masks. I'm still not impressed with him, especially the interception he threw. I'm looking like, who you throwing it to? Why you throwing it over there? Why you so late with that one? And he almost cost us the game. We're in field goal range. You throw the ball across your body in the end zone against that defense. In my brain, I was getting ready to go off. Like, why? Well, what were you thinking? And I'll have more on that in a second. But we pulled the win out. Let's just call it what it is. The Cleveland Browns have the best defense in the NFL. The eye test proves it, and the numbers prove it. There's no defense better. They've given up the least amount of yards to start a season in NFL history. In the 100 and what, 4, 5, 6 year history of the NFL, they're the stingiest. Do we realize that we're one bad Monday night game? If they hadn't laid an egg on Monday night, I'm just giving the Ravens loss as a loss. Simply because we were without Deshaun Watson and Donovan Peoples-Jones. Not Donovan Peoples-Jones. I'm going to get to him. Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Looked like absolute crap. That's a loss. All right, we'll take that one. The Pittsburgh Steelers loss, it's in the L column, but we don't have to accept that. This team should be 4-1. The Cleveland Browns offense lost them that Pittsburgh Steelers game with the turnovers that turned into points, a pick six, and a fucking fumble. See? I get to talk about the Cleveland Browns and I curse. Now I can't take this and monetize it unless I bleep it out. Now I got to pay somebody to do that. Ain't that up? This team could be 4-1. We can live off of coulda, woulda, shouldas if you want to, but let's not do that. But I will say this. If they were 4-1, they might get more national media love because the national media hates us. Except for Robert Griffin III. Salute to RG. RG3 is one of my favorite follows across social media platforms. And he gave it up to the Browns. And as I'm sitting there watching Football Night in America on NBC, on Peacock, Sunday night, and listening to Chris Sims. It wasn't Chris Sims, my bad. Let me excuse him from that. It was Jason Garrett, Rodney Harrison, and I think it was somebody else. It was the third person there. But I'm sitting there listening to them, and they're like, the 49ers upset by the Cleveland Browns. You can hear them saying, oh, well, the weather and this. And it's like, come on. Why can't we get credit for a win? Against Cincinnati, it was the weather. Well, how about our team had to play in the same weather? Offense and defense and special teams played in the exact same weather. But again, shout out RG3. Thank you. Salute. Offensively, with this Cleveland Browns team, coming into the season, I was excited. I was so excited. But through 5 games, I do not like what I see. Except for the Titans game, I do not like what I see from this Cleveland Browns offense. The first game, it might be a wash just because of how bad the weather was, even though they put up 24 points and we had a full slate of guys. Steelers lost. The offense gave up 14 points. Take those off the board. The Browns win that game going away. It's a beatdown. The Ravens game, we saw what happened. And even in this one, I am a Brown supporter who stands on the side of this is my coach. I'm with him until I'm not with him. And I trust him until I don't. So basically, if he's my coach, I'm with him. But Kevin Stefanski, let me tell y'all something about Kevin Stefanski. His stubbornness, he is stubborn. His stubbornness is going to do one of two things. It's going to get him fired, or it's going to win him the Super Bowl. And the way it's looking right now and the way things are going right now, it's going to be the former. He will not change up anything. He won't change nothing. He's going to run what he's going to run. And he's not, listen, Browns fans, I hate talking to y'all. I do not like talking to y'all. And I really don't want to talk to y'all right now. But let me tell y'all something. He's not going to give up play calling. At least not this season. He's not going to give it up. He's not going to relinquish it. He might play that game and say, oh, well, we're going to do a collaborative effort moving forward with me and Alex and the quarterback's coaches and Deshaun or PJ or Dorian or whoever's playing quarterback. He'll play that game. But he's not going to give up play calling. These young coaches are not giving up play calling. You can look around the league. Stefanski, McVay, my guy in LaFleur in Green Bay. It's just the younger coaches who were coordinators and play callers when they were coordinators, they're not giving it up. Put yourself in their shoes, would y'all? Or would you? You know what? That's rhetorical. We're not even. I'm gonna leave it alone. But he's not gonna give up that play calling. I do have a question. This one isn't rhetorical, and y'all are free to answer this. And I will catch the comments, and I will read the comments, and I may or may not reply to you after the show. But y'all can put it in the comments. Those of y'all on YouTube, I can see y'all comments there. It's two questions here. How did the Browns offensive line go from one of the best offensive lines in the league? And that's not me saying that. That's experts, talking heads, people in the league, players in the league, coaches, GMs. Shred Gang, what up? That's not me saying that. They were one of the best. And they're ordinary. They become ordinary. And my follow-up question to that is, were they always ordinary? And Nick Chubb is the one who made them look good? That's a good question, y'all. If anybody can answer that question, there's anybody out there that can answer that question, I would love to get y'all's answers to that. The question is, question number one. How did the Browns offensive line go from one of the best to ordinary? You can chalk it up to injuries. Jack Conklin, who's paper mache. You fart around him and he gets hurt. Joe Patonio went down. But even still, you still got a lot of these guys. And the second question is, were they always ordinary and Nick Chubb made them look good? With the second question, I think Nick Chubb made them look better than what they are. I think Nick Chubb is just that special of a running back. And Kevin Stefanski hasn't changed his scheme up. I believe Jerome Ford can carry the load. Jerome Ford has the speed. He is a professional football. He is a professional running back from Cincinnati by way of the University of Alabama. I think he can get it done. And on that last drive, he did show he can run. He can be explosive. With that, put your foot down, find a hole, and hit it. Me just try to say it's the scheme, and I agree with that. I think it is part of I think it is a part of the scheme with the offensive line. Jed Willis. Oh, Jed. Listen, y'all. I hear all of y'all out there that talks about Jed Willis. One of my former coworkers, riding to work with him every day, driving him to work, us driving into work every day. I had to hear something about Jed Willis. Meach Ford gonna be all right. He got the speed to do it. He got Nick Chubb's skill set. He's just not as explosive and as strong as Nick Chubb. Speed-wise, he got it. Vision-wise, Chubb is like Nick Chubb is upper echelon running back. It's a big step down, but Jerome Ford can get it done. Kareem Hunt can get it done. Still, you just got to give Kareem a little shot. But back to Jed Willis. Oh my God, I'm loving this chair, y'all. Y'all just don't understand. Look at this here. I got to get some longer headphone cord. But my coworker, every week, even in the wins, he was giving Jed Willis shit every week. I see it, but it's like you can't just blame him. But I see Jed, and Jed Willis is a talented dude. You can't play left tackle in the NFL for 5 years and not lose your starting job if you don't have any talent. I'm going to say I don't love Jed Willis, but I don't hate him at the same time. He's just one of those guys. It's like he's an offensive lineman. If I don't hear your name, you're doing a great job. When I hear your name, that means you're fucking up. Between my former coworker and my guy Christopher Cargile, I don't know who hates Jed Willis the most. Dead ass. And of course, me saying people are tripping because he's not Joe. Listen, Joe Thomas is a Hall of Famer. Joe Thomas is probably a top 3 offensive tackle, left tackle of all time. John Hanna, maybe Anthony Munoz, Joe Thomas. You could throw Jonathan Ogden's name in there. You could throw a bunch of guys. I believe Art Shell played left tackle. But you can throw a lot of names in there, but you're going to mention Joe Thomas's name. But as far as me, I'm throwing John Hanna's name out there. I'm throwing Anthony Munoz's name out there, and Joe Thomas is in that conversation with them, and Jonathan Ogden. Jonathan Ogden was the dude. He was 6'9" for crying out loud. Jed can be lazy at times. He can be a bit lazy. But again, let me ask these questions again. How did the Browns' offensive line go from one of the best to ordinary? Are we going to chalk that up to some injuries? And were they always ordinary and Nick Chubb made them look good? Let me just leave that. I'm going to leave that for y'all. DeJuan Jones is a godsend. Thank God for DeJuan Jones. Now we can let Jack Conklin go. Because he's, like I said, you fart around him and he's going to get hurt. DeJuan Jones could be our left tackle of the future. I don't know if there's any scenario where when the season ends, will you pay Jed Willis? Because I think at this point, they're going to have to make some decisions when it comes to that offensive line. Jed Willis is up to get paid. Are you willing to let Jack Conklin go? And if you pay Jed Willis this money, whatever the money, I'm not the pocket watching person. So I'm saying, like, whatever the left tackle gets, like, are you gonna throw the bag at him? And if you throw the bag at him, would you move him over to right tackle and let DeJuan Jones be your left tackle? Or do you just throw the money at Jed and let Jed continue to be your left tackle and keep DeJuan Jones at right tackle until it's just a lot of different things and a lot of different scenarios that you can play with that. These are questions that I'm asking myself. I'm not watching ESPN. I'm not watching the local podcast. I'm not watching or listening to local radio. These are just questions that I'm asking myself that I haven't even filtered through my trusted people that I talk to. And I think I'm gonna filter those thoughts through them coming up. Because the time has come for Jed Willis. It's time for him to get paid. Somebody's going to pay him. Is it going to be Cleveland or is it going to be somebody else? While we asking questions, where are the wide receivers? Where is Donovan Peoples-Jones? Where's Goodwin? Where's Tillman, Bell, Akins, Bryant? Those are tight ends. Akins and Bryant are the tight ends. Why is David Njoku and Amari Cooper the only ones who seem to be open on any single play? And occasionally Elijah Moore is open. What is going on? I'm not understanding it. We were expecting, or at least I was expecting, Donovan Peoples-Jones to have a breakout year, to blow up. But he's missing. Funny thing, it's the same thing on Madden. He don't get open on Madden. Number 2 corner on him, wearing his ass out. He can't get open for nothing. Running the drag routes, he still ain't open. I don't need these headphones. I'm asked that. Where is DPJ? This is supposed to be his year. I don't know if he has a contract, if his contract is coming up or not. But where is he? Where's Marquise Goodwin? You see him and then you don't. Cedric Tillman has been inactive for a few games. He was inactive last week. We see David Bell, but we don't see David Bell. David Bell is like, this is about to be a wild ass comparison. David Bell is like the black Brian Brennan. Hey, yo. All right, I gotta put the headphones on because I can hear the laughter when it stops. It's like Brian Brennan. He's not fast. He's just like, dude, how you not fast as a wide receiver and you black? All right, all right. Okay, all right. I give up. But where's Jordan Akins, Harrison Bryant? I mean, I was pissed at Harrison Bryant in the Pittsburgh game because why are we throwing it to him on first down on the first play of the game, and then you smoke the play and give up a pick six? But Amari Cooper and David Njoku are the only ones who seem to be getting open and the only ones who seem to be doing something when they get the ball. And do me a favor. Show of hands. Who is tired of the Elijah Moore jet sweep? Raise your hand for me. Raise your hand. Put it up high. Keep it there. Keep it there. Y'all tired of it? I'm tired of it too. Kevin Stefanski, stop running that play. I'm tired of seeing it. It don't work. It's not working. You're not even hiding it at this point. I can see this fucking play coming from a mile away. I can see it. When I see Elijah Moore lined up in the slot and coming in motion, they're running this jet sweep. Stop running that fucking play. I don't want to see it again. Okay. If I could see it sitting at home, full of Uncle Nearest or full of Buffalo Trace or full of Welter, full of bourbon, if I could see it, I damn sure know that a coach in the National Football League can see it coming. I know those players that are out there can see it coming. Stop running that play. Or if you're going to run it, don't run it in the first fucking quarter. That's a play that you run in the second half where you set him up. He's going in motion. You fake the jet sweep and you give it to the running back. And if the running back is successful there, we're going to put this play in our back pocket for the second half. Run it a couple of times. That's not a play you run on your first drive. That play should not be in your first 15. It shouldn't be in your script. See, now I sound like I hate Kevin Stefanski, but I don't. I like Kevin Stefanski. I do. I think he's a very good guy. I just think he's a very cocky, arrogant guy. But as an NFL coach, you have to be that way. So I'm not mad at that. Stop running the jet sweep with Elijah Moore. Is all I'm saying. That's all I got for the Browns. Indianapolis Colts next week. Well, Sunday. We going to Indianapolis. They're 3-3. That's they got a pretty listen. I'll just say this: Gardner Minshew is a decent quarterback, but our defense should tear his ass up. I don't know how much Jonathan Taylor is going to play. I believe he's going to play a little bit. But the other running back is pretty good. By the way, and this is not an ad, Jonathan Taylor is on Zaire Franklin's podcast, and that's coming up tomorrow. So I'm going to be watching that interview closely. Speaking of, on that defense, you got to watch Zaire Franklin. That's a name that you are going to hear all Sunday afternoon. I don't know who's calling our game. I don't know if it's going to be Iron Eagle. I don't know if it's going to be Spiros. I just know it's not going to be Nance and Romo. Whoever's calling our game or whoever's calling the Cleveland Browns game, just expect to hear the name Zaire Franklin about 36, 37 times. He's one of the best linebackers in the NFL. I believe he leads the league in tackles. If he's not leading the league, he's up there leading the league. He's up in that. He's up there. Man, we have 37 minutes and I still got this to go. Now, let me get y'all together. Let me take my time real quick. Let me do this. Let me pour this in there. That's a little too much. It's Club PIZZLE. What y'all want me to do, man? It's been a long day. It's been a long week. My first week back from vacation. Now, my plan was to do this next week, but time got by me and the season creeped up on me so quick that I'm gonna do my NBA preview right now. I'm gonna just run down my predictions for each conference and give out the awards and let you know who I have in the NBA finals and who's gonna win the championship. But my NBA outlook, I'll talk more about it next week. I'll get more into it. But y'all know the stories, man. James Harden, where is he going to be? Is he going to start with the Sixers? Thank God I got all my show prep done today, and he didn't get traded today. But knowing my luck, his ass is going to get traded tomorrow or something like that. But we know James Harden, Greek and Dame, Holiday in Boston, LA, the Lakers, with a full offseason with the same dudes, LeBron with the same teammates. Y'all know what he does with that. Can the Clippers stay healthy? How are the Memphis Grizzlies going to fare with Ja Morant? It's just a bunch of these stories, and I'll talk about them a little bit more. I might give y'all some bonus stuff and some bonus content leading up to. But for right now, these are my top 10 in the Eastern Conference, and I'm giving the 10 because the top 10 are the ones who go to the play-in and, to the playoffs. Oh, and quick programming. Look for one of these days next week, maybe Monday. I'm going to try to get a Cleveland Cavaliers standalone preview together for all of my Cleveland people. If y'all got Cavs questions for me, please send them to my inbox and my DMs. I'm always there. Send it to me. I can look it up. If y'all got a question for me about the Cleveland Cavaliers, send them and I will answer them. Okay. But let's get to this. The top 10 in the East, starting at 1. And I've been back and forth with this for a few weeks. Or since the trades went down. But I got Boston as the 1 seed. And I think this is how they'll finish. Boston as the 1 seed. Milwaukee at 2. The Eastern Conference starts and ends with those two. And this is where it gets tricky. Because the Eastern Conference, the parity from 3 to about 7 can be 2 or 3 games. The margin is not really big. But the 3rd seed, I do have the Cleveland Cavaliers getting the 3rd seed this year. I'll elaborate more on my standalone Cavalier show. 4, I still got Philly. They still have Joel Embiid. And I believe Tyrese Maxey is going to have a year. Tyrese Maxey might become an all-star this year. He might be a 20 to 23, 24 point scorer this year. Tobias Harris is still there. Tobias Harris is not happy. It's like, all right, now, and it's a contract here for Tobias Harris. So we might see the Tobias Harris that I've been dying to see for the last 2.5 years. The 5th seed, number 5, the New York Knicks. The Knicks are still one of those teams. Their style of play will get them here. I don't understand why people don't like or hate Julius Randle so much. I actually saw a guy say they won't go anywhere with Julius Randle. He's just a one-on-one guy, and he plays hero ball from time all the time. And then he goes on to say, "Well, I like Jalen Brunson," and they do the same damn thing. Both of those guys are one-on-one ISO hero ball type of guys. Coming in at 6, the Miami Heat, and I could be wrong here. And again, like 6, 7, 8, maybe 9. Like all of those teams might be right on top of each other. Once you get here, between like 44 wins and 40, like between 40 and 44 wins, or 45 and 40 wins is where a lot of these, where 6 through 10 might end up. At 7, I got the Brooklyn Nets. And I hope I'm not wrong, but I just got a feeling about the Brooklyn Nets. I saw Ben Simmons in preseason. I watched him do his thing. And if that Ben Simmons shows up with Mikal Bridges, who's going to average 27 points a game this year, I like Nicholas Claxton. I like Spencer Dinwiddie. I like the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to just say it. I like the Brooklyn Nets. And Jacque Vaughn doesn't have the pressure of having Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, and James Harden and winning the championship. So he can just ball out. Number 8, the Indiana Pacers. That's a team that I really like, and they're in the Central Division. I like the Central Division. Between Milwaukee, Cleveland, Chicago, who might surprise people, Detroit. The Central Division is going to be fun to watch. I'm planning on going to the division games. I'm going to see Greek and Dame in person. I'm going to see the Indiana Pacers. I'm going to see Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield and Miles Turner in person. Cavs fans, we just throw this in your face. If Buddy Hield and Miles Turner happen to end up on the Cleveland Cavaliers, don't be surprised. I'm going to just throw this out here. And I'm going to clip this. So if it happens, I got the clip ready. 9 in the Eastern Conference, the Atlanta Hawks. They got enough to get there. And they went through a lot of changes. And 10, I got the Toronto Raptors. The Chicago Bulls are hovering right there at 11. Detroit, Orlando, maybe. I love Paolo Banchero, though. Paolo's tough. In the Western Conference, I'm starting with the Denver Nuggets. And I think everybody should start with the Denver Nuggets. Best team in the league last year, or best in the West last year, 1 seed in the West, and pretty much beat the shit out of the West in the Western Conference playoffs. Beat the shit out of Minnesota. Second round, just beat up Phoenix, swept the Lakers, and won NBA Finals. And this is where the Western Conference gets tricky, because I think 2 through 7 are all close. I think they're all within like 4 to 5 games of each other. So it's hard to put them in order. But I had to do it because I just had to do it because you got to. I got Phoenix 2, Lakers 3, Sacramento 4, Golden State 5, Clippers at 6, Memphis at 7. And I think those teams at 2 through 7 are going to fight for those spots all season long. Number 8, I got Oklahoma City. I like the Oklahoma City Thunder. I like what Sam Presti has done down there. And he has like 37 draft picks in like the next 5 years. So if they get their things together and they can make a play-in run this year, they can package a lot of these draft picks that they got coming up and get some better players. And like they're just in a great position. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort, Chet Holmgren, Poku, the Jalen Williams. I like Oklahoma City. So if y'all see me walking around with an Oklahoma City jersey on, mind your fucking business, okay? 9, the Mavericks. I just think that Kyrie and Luka need more than just Kyrie and Luka. And 10, surprisingly, for me, I got the San Antonio Spurs getting to the play-in. I know y'all thinking, where's Minnesota? Right here, right in there. Oh, Memphis was 7. I did say Memphis, I believe. It's all Memphis' season is all how they play these first 25 without Ja Morant. I'm gonna say that. I have my NBA champion and all that in a second. My MVP is gonna be Joker or Greek. How crazy is it that 3 of the 5 best players in the NBA are not American born? And 1 and 2 are not American born. Joker and Greek are 1 and 2. Actually, the top 3. I'll throw Luka up there. And I still got Bron in the top 5. I'm not even going to get into ESPN's list. That's their list. It's their right to make that list. Rookie of the year, I'm going to just throw this. I think Chet Holmgren and Victor Wembanyama are going to share that, especially if both can get into the play-in. It would be dope if those 2 teams matched up in the play-in. Chet and Vic. I'm kind of rooting for that, and I'm rooting for both of those. If you see me with a Victor Wembanyama jersey on, mind your fucking business, all right? Defensive player of the year, Evan Mobley. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. This is Evan Mobley's year. And I have more on Evan Mobley on my Cavaliers standalone preview. 6th man of the year, I'm going to go with Emmanuel Quickly of the Knicks. Most improved, Tyrese Maxey is winning most improved player. Because he's going to average 20 to 25. Whether James Harden is there or not. I think Tyrese Maxey is going to take over. Coach of the year, give me JB Bickerstaff. Because I think the Cleveland Cavaliers are going to win like 55 games this year. That's just where I'm at. And the clutch player of the year is Ant-Man. And now, what y'all been waiting for. Who's winning the Eastern Conference? I'm just... I hate saying this. But if y'all go back to go back 2 episodes of Club PIZZLE, I said if the Boston Celtics get Drew Holiday, they're winning the Eastern Conference. They got Drew Holiday, so I'm picking the Boston Celtics to win the Eastern Conference. Western Conference champion. I know what I got wrote down here. And I'll tell y'all who. I've been sitting there staring at it and thinking about it. And I want to pick them. You know what? I'm going to just go there and I'm going to just say this. I'm picking the Denver Nuggets to win the Western Conference. And I'm also picking the Denver Nuggets to repeat. However, the Los Angeles Lakers had a hell of an offseason. They're bringing all of those guys back who they got at the trade deadline. think except Dennis Schroeder. I don't think Schroeder's back. But you got Bron in year 21. You have a healthy Anthony Davis. I like Rui Hachimura. I love Rui Hachimura. That was probably the best trade they made last year, the Lakers, was to get Rui Hachimura. Love that guy. Getting Christian Wood that late in the game was a steal. I'm looking at the Los Angeles Lakers and saying, you giving Bron his guys. And what they did at the trade deadline with hardly any practice to get to the Western Conference Finals. They won't be in that situation this year. I'm picking the Denver Nuggets, but I'm also saying, look out for the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm just going to say that. With that said, y'all, we're going to get out of here. I did 50 minutes. I wasn't trying to do that. I don't want to hold y'all long. Make sure y'all stay tuned. I'm just going to, Monday, look for a standalone Cleveland Cavaliers show. I'm still gathering a little bit of information. I'm hoping to try to have a guest. If not, I'm going to do it on my own, as I've been doing a lot of this on my own here at the Happy Hour Network. If y'all have Cleveland Cavaliers questions, comments, concerns, or anything, send them to my inbox or my DMs. Send them there, and I will talk about them to the best of my ability. Also, next Tuesday, Full Disclosure is back. Next Wednesday, Club Pizzle. And not Club Pizzle, Pizzle's Picks. And next Thursday, we are back with another edition of Club Pizzle. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about next week because my plan was to do an NBA preview, but the season starts before, so I had to do it like that. But I'm getting ready to get up out of here. If y'all are celebrating Sweeties Day, y'all make sure y'all have a blast. Ladies, please get y'all man something nice. Don't just get them some, don't be lazy. Don't just buy them some drawers or some shit like that. Like, just splurge on you, man. I know y'all got a couple dollars saved up. Get your man something nice for Sweeties Day. That's all I'm saying. I will see you guys next Thursday. Well, shit, I'll see y'all Monday with my Cavaliers preview. I'm going to talk about the roster. I'm going to talk about, like I said, I've already picked them to be the 3rd seed in the Eastern Conference. I'll let y'all know where I think they will finish altogether. Will it be the second? Will they get to the second round? Will they get to the conference finals? One thing y'all do know, I know they won't make the NBA finals this year, but I will have more on that. And also be on the lookout for some Cleveland Charge stuff. I'm going to get to that. So, y'all know what it is, man. Always protect your peace. Protect your energy. The message is more important than the messenger. And creators, be great. Stay positive. Because negative energy is trash. Till next week, y'all. Peace.